first half they did a great job running their stuff. As far as Purdue is concerned, they did a great job running their stuff, and but. I just saw, man, I was watching. I got a text from one of my former players, and he told me, man, they're pretty good. I said, man, it's a game of runs. I said, and I said, and Arizona's going to make a run, man. And in that second half, man, these guys just came out and played lockdown defense. I mean, when I tell you, man, they just shut off, as you said earlier, they shut off the water, man. It was no showers, no using the restroom. I mean, it was just a terrible situation for them, man. I mean, the guys just played. The starting five, man, really played well. Coach really stuck with them. I mean, he didn't go to the bench a lot today. Erstor probably got maybe 1 minute. So what I think Walker had like 12 or something. So
right.
So it was up to the starters to get it done, man. Coach put it on their shoulders, man, and they brought it home for them, man. It was a great game, man. I thought Purdue did all they can. I thought Cuff played way better than I thought that he would be able to amongst the trees that we had. I said, man, he's going to be over there playing in that Australia League for a long time. After he get an opportunity in the NBA, because that offensive rebounding that he can do, that's going to give him some opportunities. But, man, it was just a great game. I'm still like, still kind of tripping. Like, it's the Final Four? Like, it's whoa, wait a minute. I keep thinking it's the Elite Eight, but it's actually
we were
Final
young men
Four.
the last time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, wow, yeah. Barely out of school, man.
I was 29 years old.
Yeah, I was like 25, man. That was the good old days right there, baby. So, man, great. Just excited to be a Wildcat, man. I was just sitting there thinking, like, man, I used to wear that uniform, man. So just proud, listening to Coach talk about the past and the history of the program. Heard him, mention Coach Olsen. That's the first thing I thought about as well. And, all the work that he, did to, get us to this level. So, man, just excited to be a Wildcat.
J.W. Madden, your top takeaways.
Just really proud for the guys. I mean, like Kelvin said, we're both the same age. We're both 50. In our first half of our lives, first 25 years, this was common. And it hasn't been that case for the last 25 years. So the fight that they showed there in the second half, down 5 in the rebounding battle, was a little bit odd. And all the offensive rebounds Purdue was getting, and, man, they were playing like they had a lot of seniors. Arizona just wouldn't let it go, and were certainly, up for the task and did everything they could at the end to find a way to put out a big margin and then, put it away at the end. And just really happy for all the fans more than anything, DK. It's been a long time. A lot of fans never got to experience this. Really happy for the Arizona fan base that they get to experience the Final Four. And go Cats, bear down.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, and my top takeaway, just simply the defense in the second half of this game. I mean, just swarming. And it was interesting because I kept thinking to myself, the thing I kept saying is something got said by somebody at halftime, because this is a different team than what we saw in the first half of the game. And so it was so refreshing to hear Tommy say that, hey, I got out of the way, and I let them kind of have their own team meeting, because, again, it was up to them, because it's been up to them all season to figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yep,
yeah.
Figure it out. Y'all, okay, I'm done now talking.
Yeah.
I've given you the blueprint. Now y'all figure out how you're going to go out and win this game and get this program back to where it hasn't been in 25 years. And the energy that they showed on the defensive end was just absolutely lights out in that second half. They made free throws tonight. 20 of 22. That was awesome to see, and they just took away the three-point line in that second half. Like we said, if they got to 10, it might be some issues, and they had 7, Purdue did, in that first half, and they only got 1 in the second, or 1 three-point shot in the second half. They just took away the screens, and they were getting guys off the screens and just not allowing them to get to those points on the floor. So just really happy with the energy and the defense and Pete. I mean, this and I almost hate to say it, but I just wish at times I felt like we didn't necessarily get this Pete every single night, and he's a freshman, and I get that, and I understand, guys have to learn how to bring that type of effort every night. But though I said to somebody here, we got the Florida Pete tonight.
Yeah.
And it happened at the right time.
Well, with Core, they started game planning him, DK. After him
that's
playing
true.
so well that early, I mean, the scout was slow down Core Pete, which I think opened the door actually for Berries to start doing his thing, which opened the door for Bradley. So so now you got all those guys going. But I will say this, man, Smith got injured. He hurt that ankle, and I think he just didn't have the same lift. He didn't have the same touch on his shot, so, I feel bad for him. It ended up working out for us, but,
right.
I feel bad for him because some of these shots that were a little short, I think he would have, knocked him down because he got to his spot, but he definitely rolled that ankle pretty good, J-Dub. Did you see that?
I'm sorry, one more time, Kelvin.
I said, did you see Smith roll his ankle? I said, I think that had something to do with him not being able to shoot as well in the second half.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get really a chance to finish my thoughts, but I think that the guards for Purdue in that first half, guys, Braden Smith obviously was getting crazy, but there's no doubt, Kelvin, that after he rolled his ankle, it was a little bit different on those high pick and rolls because the quickness he was getting past the first line of defense was really what was setting up a lot of that first half offense. And I just don't think Braden Smith had quite the quickness. But, guys, I mean, the defense on Lawler was it. Like, the reason why Arizona won this game today was because Fletcher Lawyer didn't even see the rim. I think that last three he made in the last 3 minutes of the game was his only attempt of the second half, guys.
Right.
I mean, that's a guy they're looking to get him at least 5-6 three-point attempts. In a game like that, they need him from outside. And the defense, Karchenkov, across the board, all those guys in the perimeter, JB and Burries just did such a great job sticking with those guys and giving a really hard time. As Kelvin said, really, really impressed with Oscar Clough. I think he was the difference maker for much of that game for Purdue. But as far as the defense on the guards go, that's why Arizona won this game today.
And J-Dub, you're right, especially in the first half. Even when they were scoring, our guys were locked in, grabbing. I thought we was going to get some fouls for grabbing because, Bradley was grabbing him, but I know what he was doing. He's wearing him down. He's a small guy. He was wearing him down. He was grabbing him, bumping him. It's just all the little things that you can do because you want to take his legs away from him in the second half. And I just thought across the board. I mean, the defense was so good on Lawyer. I was like, who got him? Like, who's guarding him? Where is he at? Like, it was times in the game he was nowhere to be found, and I was expecting him to run some real serious plays to get him some shots, and I didn't see that. I saw a lot of ball screen stuff, and it was real effective before the injury. But yeah, man, Lawyer, man, was nowhere to be found.